Hello everyone, and welcome to another English learning journey. If you want to understand English more clearly and speak with ease and confidence, you are in the right place. Today, we are going to explore a new story, one that will help your mind think in English while you practice along with me. In this lesson, I will narrate the story sentence by sentence. After each sentence, you can pause the video and repeat out loud. This simple habit will train your brain to process English naturally and help your pronunciation and listening become stronger day by day. This is the story of a young girl who wants to transform her life, guided by a dream she refuses to let go of. So take a deep breath, relax, and get ready to shadow the voice you hear. Are you ready to begin? Let's start the story now. My name is Olivia Parker. I am 18 years old. For as long as I can remember, I have dreamed of becoming a veterinarian. When I was little, I was the girl who stopped in the street to talk to every dog, even the ones no one else noticed. I worried about stray cats. I fed rescued birds. I collected every animal book I could find at yard sales. I never wanted to be famous. I wanted to heal the ones who could not speak. Life in my town was simple, sometimes too simple. I grew up in a quiet corner of Northern California, where the fog covered the rooftops each morning. I lived with my mom in a small apartment above a bakery. She woke up early every day to work long shifts as a waitress. My dad left when I was 12. From that moment, it was just the two of us. My mom did her best, even when bills stacked up, even when the fridge was almost empty. At school, I stayed quiet. I was not the type to compete for attention. I did not wear expensive clothes. I did not carry the latest phone. After class, I went straight to my job at the pet store. I swept the floors. I washed food bowls. I organized supplies. I talked to customers. I spent time with every animal that needed comfort. That store became my second home. It smelled like hay, shampoo, and treats, and I loved every part of it, but I knew my dream would not come easily. Veterinary school costs more than anything we could ever afford. Some nights, I sat on the floor of my bedroom staring at the ceiling, wondering if dreams were only possible for people with money. I wanted to believe otherwise, but doubts are loud, especially when life has been hard for a long time. One day after work, I noticed a flyer pinned to the bulletin board. It said, "Volunteers needed at the local animal shelter." My heart jumped. The next morning I was at the shelter before sunrise. It was small and crowded. Dogs barked loudly. Cats hissed from their cages. Tired staff moved quickly from side to side. The director, Mrs. Lane, looked surprised to see me. She asked, "Are you sure you want to help here? It is not easy work." I nodded without hesitation. From then on, my weekends belonged to the shelter. I cleaned cages. I carried food. I comforted scared animals. I learned to stay calm even when things were chaotic. The vets who visited often explained procedures, but I could not understand everything they said. They used words like anesthesia, diagnosis, inflammation, and recovery. I wrote every new word in a small notebook that I carried everywhere. That notebook changed everything. I realized that if I wanted to be a veterinarian, I needed to improve my English. Most books, lectures, and training videos were in English. My progress depended on how well I could understand and communicate. That is when I found the shadowing technique. I started practicing every night. I listened to English videos about animal care. I repeated every sentence. I copied the rhythm, the tone, and the emotion. At first, I stumbled and laughed at myself. But slowly, my pronunciation improved. My confidence grew. One Saturday, something unforgettable happened. A young golden retriever puppy was brought in after being hit by a car. Everyone panicked. The vet had not arrived yet. The puppy's breathing was weak. His eyes were half closed. His heartbeat was fading. People froze. But I remembered the instructions from the videos I had practiced. I covered the puppy with a warm blanket. I started gentle chest compressions. I kept him calm with soft words. I focused on my breathing so I would not shake. When the vet finally arrived, the puppy was still alive. Later that day, the vet said, "You handled that situation very well. You helped save him." That night, I cried silently in my room, not because I was scared, but because I finally felt capable. I felt like I was meant to do this. English had helped me understand instructions that allowed me to act at the right moment. Weeks passed. I kept working hard at the shelter and at the pet store. Then one afternoon, Mrs. Lane called me into her office. She handed me an envelope. She said, "You earned this." Inside was a letter offering a scholarship. It was for a summer veterinary training program at the University of Oregon. I covered my mouth with both hands. My chest felt warm. For the first time, my dream did not look distant. It looked possible. When I showed the letter to my mom, she hugged me and cried. She said, "You are going to make it. I always believed you would." I saw pride in her eyes, something I had not seen in years. We sat together at the kitchen table. We talked about everything I would learn. For the first time, our future looked brighter. When the first day of training arrived, I stood in front of the university building with trembling hands. The building looked big and intimidating. Students walked past me with confidence. Some wore expensive shoes. Some carried professional backpacks. I felt small, but I walked inside anyway. I was not there to compare myself. I was there to learn. Our instructor, Dr. Rivera, was warm and inspiring. She told us that being a veterinarian meant observing, listening, and understanding silence. She said animals speak through their eyes, through their breathing, through the way they move. Her words stayed with me. During the program, we visited a wildlife rescue center. I helped clean wounds. I prepared medications. I cared for animals that had been injured or abandoned. There was a fox with a broken leg, a scared raccoon recovering from surgery, a small owl learning to fly again. Each life reminded me of why I was here. One afternoon, as I soothed a trembling dog, Dr. Rivera approached me. She said, "You have something rare. You have patience and instinct. You are meant for this." Those words carried me for days. They felt like a light guiding me forward. On the final day of the program, each student received a certificate. When Dr. Rivera handed me mine, she added, "This is just the beginning for you." I believed her. Now, every morning before I leave for class, I look at a photo of the puppy we saved. It reminds me of the moment that proved dreams are real when you fight for them. I am not just Olivia from a small town anymore. I am Olivia Parker, a future veterinarian guided by determination and love for animals. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more English stories and lessons. Your support means the world to us. See you next time, here on Learn English Journey.